Hi folks, this is a video that one of my moderators wanted me to get an opinion on. Now I don't normally talk about politics or anything like that in my live streams, but here on my Twitch channel, my YouTube channel, I do. By the way, I'm now streaming over on Kick exclusively. Done with YouTube, done with Twitch. I'm on Kick and Kick only. So it's kick.com/deceptivecobras. I will put a link in the video description. So let's get into this.
A driver on a first date has been jailed after he put 7 police officers in hospital when he caused a huge car pile-up when trying to escape them in a high-speed chase. The 20-year-old smashed into 5 cop cars, leaving them destroyed.
Alright, so those are the intercepted BMWs. Or are they the Volvos? No, they're the BMWs. Are they? Yeah.
And wrecked his own car in the horror crash. On April 9th, Maziar Azabonyad was taking his date.
Lovely British name, isn't it? OnlyFans girl / model, air quotes. Yeah, I guess.
He Redfern home at around 2:30 in the morning. He was travelling in his powerful BMW on the A41 in Newcastle.
Powerful BMW. In other words, they don't know what make or model. It's probably an M3 or an M5. By the look of it, it looks like it's an M5. M5 835i.
So when police began to follow him, they had initially tried to stop him.
Which is their sports track, early days GT model.
Gates head as one of the tailgate lights was broken, but instead he sped off. A high-speed chase ensued as the BMW driver...
This is... literally, it says Getty Images, which means... I'm sorry, but it literally says Getty Images. How is it file footage? Please,
driver made his way to the A1 surrounded by cop cars. He then rapidly decelerated from 119 miles per hour to a stop in the middle of the carriageway, forcing the police to emergency brake.
So he brake checked it. There we go. They are the Volvos. Aha! They're the Volvo Interceptors. Alright, so what he did was he brake checked. Yeah. He brake checked the police to get them to slow down. Yeah. They rear-ended him. And it was the typical, like in the movies, you get rear-ended and all of a sudden, fucking car pile up, and you always get that one car that flies over in the background that no one touches. It just goes, whee! In every fucking action movie. I don't know why. This is what happens.
An unmarked police Volvo.
This is what happens when you see too many Too Fast, Too Furious movies.
Which had earlier reached speeds of 135 miles per hour, then hit Azabonyad and other cars at about 80 miles per hour. Mum of 2, Courtney Redfern, begged Azabonyad.
Why weren't you at home with your fucking kids? Mum of 2, yeah? Why weren't you at home with your fucking kids?
Bonyad to stop during the pursuit and told police the BMW felt unsafe and wobbly due to the high speed.
Unsafe and wobbly, that usually means it's a bad ball joint. Either a bad ball joint, bad wheel bearing, or... he's fucked around with the brakes. He's put aftermarket brakes on and hasn't sorted them out properly.
Shocking photos of the collision aftermath show one of the police cars had its roof torn off.
No, those are straight cut lines. Let me do this for a second. Okay, these are straight cut lines, which means these were cut off with the jaws of life. They were removed. These were removed, right, by a fire brigade. They were removed by the fire brigade. Because those are straight cut. Those are straight cut up. Roofs do not shear like that. Those are jaws of life. Jaws of life done that because you can tell because the rubble, literally the bits that they cut off are either side of the car. This is misleading. This is very, very misleading.
7 police officers were taken to hospital.
All right. 7 police officers were taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Alright. Again, you can salvage maybe 2 of these cars. This one in the middle This one here is proper fucked. Yeah. This one here you could salvage. That one there's definitely salvageable. You could use this one and this one for parts for this one. You could easily get T15 back on the road, but fucking T18, nah, she's fucked. And why has this one not got any T markings? Have you noticed that? T15, T18, why doesn't this one have any town numbers? See? It doesn't even have the matching rims. So that's not right. Something's a bit fishy
for
there.
Non-life-threatening injuries, while Azabonyad and his date were unharmed. The Iran-born personal trainer who came to
deport the fucker now. If he weren't born here, he's broken our laws, he's shown nothing but blatant fucking disrespect. Deport the fucker back home now. No ands, no ifs, no buts.
To the UK in around 2020 has now been jailed for 14 months.
14 months. 14 fucking months. That's all he's got. He'll be out in 6. 14 fucking months for that shit.
He admitted dangerous driving, failing to stop twice, and having no license and no insurance.
And he only got 14 months. Okay. I have my driver's license. Right there. I have my fucking driver's license. I paid out the arse for my driver's license. Driving lessons, classes, you name it. Alright? Out the arse. So the locals have to jump through all these fucking hoops, all these bells, all these whistles, while you import in these fucking assholes who don't have a license, who don't have insurance, and fucking cause multiple fucking car pileups, and they only get a fucking slap on the wrist in 14 months. No, fuck that. Fuck that. You send that cunt home. Send him home. Send him home in a fucking box. But you send that cunt home. And I don't mean to whatever address he lives at here in England. I literally mean you zip him up in a fucking bag and you send that cunt home. End of.
During the crash. Azabonyad also pleaded guilty to a string of other offences, including driving without insurance or a licence on several occasions after the crash.
So, let me get this straight. He causes all of this and he walks. He then gets back into another fucking car multiple fucking times and he still only gets 14 months. I am legit biting my tongue.
Following the crash, which shut the busy road for 12 hours, Azabonyad
and a fucking 12-hour delay on the fucking on the A1, on the M4 and the A1.
got back behind the wheel just 2 days later, despite having no licence or insurance. He continued to drive on 4 further occasions after being told not to as part of his bail conditions. So,
he fucked his bail conditions, and you still only gave him 14 months.
From the prosecution said, one would have thought as a matter of common sense that you would have been a bit more sensible about your activities.
They don't have common sense in 400 BC. You know, the area that this fucking retard is from. They don't care. They do not incorporate. They don't give a shit about what... No, they are literally fucking using our own fucking system against us. If he was to have done that shit in his home country, he'd be hanging from a tree.
Having been so lucky to get out of an accident only 2 days before. He went on to say, but no, you continue to stick 2 fingers up. As well as a jail term, Azabonyad was banned from the road for 3 years and 7 months.
A 3-year ban and 7 months? Like that matters to the fucking cunt. Like that matters to the fucking cunt. Please explain to me how that fucking matters to him. When he's blatantly turned around and said, I drive without a license anyway. You can ban him all the fuck you want. He's still gonna fucking drive. The only way he doesn't do that is if he's not fucking here. I have fucking family members that were sent to Australia as part of their punishment. They were sent to the fucking Australian colonies for fucking petty larceny and prostitution. Do you understand that, British government? You used to send people to another fucking country for being arrested for prostitution. Yet you got potential mass murdering fucks like this idiot who's going to be out in 6 months. At what point are you going to wake up? At what point? Oh, this makes my blood boil. This boils my piss. This boils my fucking piss. Van good.